Hey everyone, this is Austin-Sensei, and welcome back to another review of Slime, and I actually enjoyed this episode, and I want to talk about the soundtrack for the battle. It was really well done, and I love good music, but it has to follow a good story. I'm looking at your name. But anyway, so we start out from where, episode 18 left off with, Char coming, and I'm not going to say the full name because I know I cannot pronounce it, so I'm going to save the embarrassment, basically. So, basically, Rimuru is prepared, and we see that King Gazel has sent 100 Pegasus troops, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how it went in the manga. There's one thing I'm like, okay, I can understand why it happened in the anime, but it didn't go the same way in the manga. I usually do is I read the manga to when an anime is coming out, or I've already read the manga and just reread it, kind of like good old this one in Shield Hero, along with Domestic. Actually, I read a couple chapters, and yeah, but nonetheless, we see basically King Gazel thinks Rimuru is his junior, and it's quite funny because Rimuru's like, I don't know why he thinks he's my senior, and you're gonna see this relationship kind of go, and I hope they don't cut out certain things. If they do, I'm probably gonna get really pissed off because there's certain scenes that I really hope. I know we only have what. I know it goes to 23 episodes, and then we have the other two of Voldor, which we have, I guess, not many episodes. I don't feel like doing math. It's too early in the morning, but we have around like 4 episodes. So I hope they don't cut out stuff and rush to the kids. That's what I'm feeling they're doing. They have been rushing a lot, and it's just really sad because Milim's a really good character, and I really like Milim. But we see that the battle's just started, and we see Ben, good old Benny over there, hits one of the Megalodons and injures it. But we find out that Char has the skill of magic jamming, which can reach up to 300 meters. And this entire time, I don't know why, but I had the battle of that big whale from ReZero. I forgot. I think it's a field goal. And this is kind of remind me of it. And I'm like, I actually like that battle, so this battle is pretty cool. But that's kind of what it reminded me of. Tell me if you saw that before I'm just going crazy. I'm pretty sure I'm just going crazy. But we see that Goldmud actually stopped a Megalodon with his own hands. I'm like, man, this guy ain't no weakling. And we see Gabru kind of coming to his aid to defeat it. And this is what I like to see. The units are working together, finally. And, people usually wonder, I don't think these two different species would get along kind of thing. And the thing that I'm still questioning right here is the Pegasus Knights arrive to the battle. I'm like, what? I don't remember that working that way kind of thing. But hey, I guess it makes sense that they actually do arrive. They changed it a little bit. Nothing too like crazy, but hey, you can't complain because, it's not like they left out the power scale at all. No, that was a thing. But we see that Milim wants to fight, and she really tries to want to fight. And I love Milim in this, because she's like, come on, let me fight. And she begs. She goes, that's not going to work with me. It would work with me, I'm not going to lie. So we see Sao is making the Megalodons turn on each other as usual, because, he's kind of the espionage. I'm going to call him Solid Snake now. That's his nickname for me. From me to him. But we see Sinon and Ranga are actually flying to the enemies, and Rimuru's like, when did Ranga get the ability to fly? When Ben go, when did Sinon and Ranga work together? I couldn't stop laughing. Like, yeah, when did this happen? But Sinon and Ranga, they're really cool people, and I love their dynamic in this episode. And we see all the Megalodons are mostly like handled with, and man, I keep forgetting the old man's name. I don't know why. I know it starts with the H. I'm going to just say Haruka. That's kind of what the name on the top of my head is coming off of, but I'm going to just call him Old Man. And he just cut that Megalodon like nothing. And he reminds me of like a crossbreed, I guess, of Kenshin and what's his name from Bleach. Oh, it's going to bother me. Rukia's brother. I can't remember his name. Pretty sure someone will tell me in the comments. Please do. But Obara pisses off Hoyukai, or Old Man, by calling him Old Man, and realizing if he was here right now, he'd probably kill me. But nonetheless, as I said before, the battle music is just splendid and amazing. Honestly, I really loved it, and hey, you can't complain because it's not over the top. Because see, there's going to like certain animes with action. There's sometimes over the top music, and it kind of drowns out everything. But this one does it perfectly. I can't complain. So basically, we see the sage start to speak up about the, Char, and Rimuru basically, asks her, "Oh, so what's the easiest way to defeat Char?" And she shuts up. And he goes, of course he would. It's never that easy. But we see that basically this Char is just this big flying fortress, really is, and everyone that actually got on him was actually taken off by his scales, and he kind of controls his scales in a certain fashion. It reminded me of like rose petals, and see, this stuff is starting to remind me of like Bleach with Rukia's brother, because I really loved him. I'm kind of surprised he's not in Jump Force, but hey, what can you do? But really cool animation with this, and Sinon of course flies off with everyone else, and Ranga and all of them land, and we see that they are getting heavily pinned down, and it doesn't look like they're going to survive whatever's going on, kind of thing. And basically Ranga says, "Hey, go and run back, I'll be your shield." And this is kind of the stuff I like to see in an anime, because it proves how close everyone's gotten with over time, and kind of shows that this world's alive versus, oh yeah, it's static. Yeah, it seems like stuff is going on even when we're not watching the anime, and that's kind of how the manga is, and I love it. That's kind of the stuff I love. I know with GTA 5 I actually like that aspect of it, but even though that story wasn't the best, I wouldn't say that was the best GTA. But nonetheless, back to Slime, and basically So and Sinon could escape, but they wanted to fight, and Rimuru shows up and goes, "You guys trying to... Why are you being stupid, huh? You trying to die here? I don't want to lose," basically. And we see Rimuru basically devour all the scales with the skill he got from the demon, the Orc Lord. And now we find out about Char's kind of regenerative skill here, that he just regenerates all his scales, and it's crazy to hear about his extra skill, which is Ultra Speed Regeneration, which he would regenerate all his scales under 3 minutes. And I'm like, man, whew, Rimuru, you're up for a battle. And yes, Rimuru was struggling with this one until he kind of starts to realize what's going on, because the day goes on and it's not really... They haven't done that much damage. It's around 30%. That's what Rimuru was saying. And we hear Rimuru kind of talk about, like, this is kind of bad. And then, Char goes saying Milim, and we see that basically Sage figures out that Char has a lot of anger towards Milim, and remember, I always thought it was about him because he is the brother, basically his brother, or the kid of Voldor, because Voldor is in him. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. But basically Rue figures out it's about Milim, and he is going to rely on her, but she's asleep. Oh joy. And oh boy, that's all I gotta say. So you see, remember, like, "Hey, Milim, you come here," kind of thing, and she's like, "I wasn't asleep." No, of course you weren't. And she comes over there and sees that it's Phobo that is hosting Char, and her eyes are really special, and I really like how they kept that in there. They're removing certain stuff that I don't know why they're removing, because it builds stuff and it helps people understand, and now we're in the stage of people really don't understand. I think it's due to the rushing to getting to a certain point so they can do a second season. But we see the fighter ace is out, and she is not allowed to kill Phobo. That's what I'm going to call Milim now. And man, Milim shows some of her power, and she was holding back. See, this is why we see everyone debating with Rimuru and Ainz. Ainz isn't confident in his own power. Rimuru is stronger than a world-class item, and if they had the scale, this is why this debate's happening, you would see Rimuru is up there with Milim. And yes, he can't defeat Milim yet. Yeah, but Milim basically uses her Drago Buster and wins, and Phobo flies down, and we see that Rimuru is actually going to save Phobo, because Rimuru is a kind guy and he wants the best for everyone. And we see that Rimuru basically devours Char's core and saves Phobo, and we see that the lead knight still doesn't believe that Milim is a demon lord, and she gets really pissed off, and I just couldn't stop laughing. We see Phobo apologize. Then the clans, or the Harley Quinn group or alliance, is starting to play a bigger part now that we realize that they kind of caused a lot of the bad stuff that happened. And it's starting to get a lot more interesting. Like, dots are connecting, as Rimuru said. And Milim actually thinks Clayman's all behind this, and we see Charon, Demon Lord Charon, show up, and basically after that, Rimuru and Charon form a non-aggressive or aggression pact, and see, this is the stuff I like, and this episode is really well done, in my opinion, and I really like certain things, but as I said, the only negative, I know people are complaining, and I actually have to agree with them, because I have to talk about it, I review this. The rush to Shizu's children, well, students arc is a bit fast. I hope they don't go to the part of skipping a lot of things. As I said, there's a couple more episodes, and I really hope we get to the end where, we see Rimuru is going to head out to the town. Previously he was supposed to go, and we kind of have a season 1 of Overlord there, which is, as I said, it's a parody, and I really have a lot of hope for this anime. I love it, and I hope it doesn't go bad. That's all I gotta say, but nonetheless, this episode was a very action-packed episode, and I tried to jot down as much details as possible for you guys so I could chat about it. What did you think of the fight? Did you think it was cool? Did you really think Rimuru had a chance? Did you have a good laugh with Milim? Because I did. I couldn't stop laughing. Milim's such a great character, but it's kind of sad that she's going to be here for another, I don't even think she's going to be in the next episode. Well, she's probably going to depart in the next episode because she does at a certain time. We might see her again, but we're definitely going to meet more Demon Lords along the path, and I hope they keep certain things. I really do. I'm pretty sure with how they do the anime and going by the manga, hopefully the next episode's a cool down episode, and it might be the episode I think it is. So, nonetheless, I can't wait for Shauna to shine, because, she's kind of in the background for a little while. I kind of like her too, and yeah, we'll see her. Hopefully. But anyways, guys, this is Austin-Sensei signing out, and don't forget, tell me what you think about this episode, and I'll see you on Shield Hero Day. Peace.